Welcome to the Hottest Wellness Podcast. I've got time with Cherry and ShaKayla.
Here we discuss personal growth, relationships, and healing to become aligned with the best version of ourselves. Want to get into the affirmation of the week?
Yeah, let's do this.
This week's affirmation is, I alone hold the truth of who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd that affirmation come from?
I just Googled it.
We love good Google.
Yeah. I Googled uplifting affirmations and that one spoke to me. I feel like for this week's episode, it was really good and affirming, especially just, as we are growing and really just learning to love and accept ourselves for who we are. And also, grieving our past selves. And one thing I'm coming to terms with is like I'm not who I used to be. And other people can't tell you who you are. And every day is a new opportunity to be who you want to be your best self. So what are we discussing this week?
This week, we're talking about you motherfucking homophobes. We're talking about homophobia.
Yeah.
It's rough out here. And in here.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. I just want to be clear that like a phobia is when people have a fear of something. So like to me, people fear what they don't understand. People sometimes fear what they can't relate to. And then a lot of times they just be clinging to outdated beliefs and stuff like that. And I guess not realizing or caring how harmful it can be to other groups of people, having those beliefs. So, yeah.
Where does your journey with homophobia start?
At home. Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. Me and Cherry both grew up in pretty Christian households, so if you're not familiar with Christianity, they definitely do not play that gay shit. They act like it's like a disease or something. Like back in the day, they used to be trying to cure people, and then they also had those like camps or whatever when they would like try and, I guess, like abuse the gay out of people. Like
basically,
I'm trying to think what show that was that I seen a while ago. Wait, it was Kanan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His jukebox.
Yeah, it was Juke. So like Juke, she basically was having a relationship with a woman. Both of her parents was homophobic. Her father literally fucking choked her up and abused her.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't understand and he was like, nah.
Get that gay shit out of here.
And then, like, her mom, she was, like, really in the church and shit. And she started trying to get close to her mom. And before you know it, she had her, like,
she was
in a bad situation.
That was crazy, though. Like, to make somebody watch straight porn to turn them to be straight. Like, that's wild in itself. And then it's like, this is also a child? Why are you doing... Like, this is really strange.
There was layers to the abuse there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was. For sure.
That was wild. I can only imagine. I can see how she ended up the way that she did.
Yeah. I mean, because you either start to, like, hate people or you start to hate yourself. I feel like that's where it really go to with it. Like, for me... It was just something that from a very, very young age, I was just taught, like, it was bad, you going to hell for it. Like, it was on the same level of just not having sex, period. But, like, once you came to the age where people knew you was having sex, it was like, don't get pregnant and don't be gay.
I feel like the don't have sex thing never stopped for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even after I knew that my mom knew. It was like she was still pushing the, that's why you should wait till marriage, you know. It's like, girl, that's not happening.
Yeah, purity culture is a real thing though, and it's actually scary, and it's really rooted in pedophilia. And to me, it's disgusting. Like, why are you so concerned with what your kids is doing sexually? And that's like the same question I have for straight people who hate gays, because they always make it about sex, like no matter what it is. Even now when they saying it's like the gay agenda, seeing gay people kiss on TV, like, do we not see straight people kiss on TV from the beginning of the time? Like, we be seeing animals kiss on TV, but to see two people that's in a consensual relationship doing it is just so obscene. And then they're like, you shouldn't be showing it to kids, but like the reality is, like, people have two parents that are the same sex, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's normal. Stop saying we're trying to normalize it. It is normal for people. Like, you're just ignorant to it.
Yeah. I'll never understand that. Because, like, cartoon characters kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is nothing wrong with that?
No, they just mad weird, honestly. I think they obsess about us all the time. Like, what are we doing? It's like they always bring it up. It's always at the forefront of any conversation. They don't have any other strong points against it. And it's very weird.
Yeah. I used to be homophobic.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
it's quite embarrassing.
Like that real, like, I can't believe they're doing that. Like, why would they want to do that?
But, like, obviously that was taught, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do that.
I don't think I realized for a long time that it was like I was jealous or anything, because I hadn't even came to the realization that I had feelings for girls or anything.
Yeah.
I just knew that it was bad, and once I even came to terms with that I liked the girls, I still felt like it was bad. I still felt like it was a part of myself that I needed to hide, I should be ashamed of, and I felt extremely guilty about. And honestly, to this day, people in my family, some people still try and make me feel bad about it. Like, it's mad weird. I honestly just don't have, like, any relationship with those people anymore, because it's like, I'm not going to compromise who I am to appease other people because they have limited beliefs. That, like, I could get into a whole conversation on Christianity, but there's so many other things that you could be worried about, and you worried about two people having the same sex relationship. Is very weird. I actually seen this statistic. It was like a White House press conference they was given, and she said that in this last year alone, 450 anti-LGBTQI plus bills have failed legislation across the United States, and 300 of them were targeting children.
What's crazy about this to me is they're spending so much energy on this and wanting everybody to be straight, but y'all want to get rid of Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, but, you know, and it just goes to show that they really don't care, though. You know what I'm saying? That it's not really about what they're trying to make it seem like it's about. And she made a good point. She was like, first of all, we literally like in a food crisis right now. Millions of Americans can't even afford to live right now. Like, we literally just had that whole oil spill in Ohio. There's a million other fucking things that, like, citizens in the United States should be concerned about outside of who other people are in relationships with.
Yeah.
Like, if that is your, like, hill that you dying on, I am side-eyeing you so bad right now. Because we down bad, okay?
For real, though.
We in debt. We owe a lot of people money. Fentanyl on the streets. Like, we are not out here doing good.
It's not okay.
And, like, you should just recognize your privilege if you feel like you're doing good, but also recognize that there's so many people who aren't. And, like, you know, those issues need to be dealt with. Yeah. And mostly the people who had the resources to deal with them, unfortunately, don't care because it don't impact them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really important, like, especially when the kids come, when it comes to the kids and stuff like that. Like, did you hear that speech that Dwayne Wade gave to his daughter Zaya Wade?
Oh, yeah. I actually just heard that today.
Yeah, it was, like, really heartwarming. It was, like, really beautiful, and I was just like, it's so weird to me that people could have energy like this for kids. I mean, at the same time, people abuse kids left and right, and exploit them. And that's another conversation on another day for exploiting.
Yeah, and abuse them and put it on the internet to teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
That's so strange and, like, super traumatizing to me.
It's so crazy, man. They let her cut little girl's hair off. What is that?
And why would you want to do that to your child?
It's crazy. Like, sometimes I'm, like, lost in a moment and I might say something that's maybe not the nicest, or my tone is not the nicest with my kids, but, like, generally I could stop and think, how would it feel if somebody said this to me? Mm-hmm. Like, how would it feel if somebody did this to me? What is going on in your homes, man? It's, like, really sick. Refer back to Gentle Parenting 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because we could go on and on about that.
It's getting crazy out here.
What about for you, though? Like, what was your experience, I guess, like, when you really started to feel like it was a thing, like being gay was impacting your life?
Well, I'm pretty sure I've shared this on the podcast before. Like, I've always been attracted to women, and the older I got, I never really hid that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't, like, saying it around my parents. That was a whole different thing. But, like, when I was just out living my life, like, I never tried to hide it, but I never thought, like, I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, I can't be gay. I can't do that. You know?
It's not even an option.
Not even an option. But it was like denial.
Mm.
And I was still around people that were homophobic. Even though I didn't always know what homophobia really was. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not just somebody being like, the gays.
Yeah, it's like in everyday language and conversation, and just even certain things that get passed around in the black community. Like, I remember vividly hearing when I was a kid, this was like when Tyler Perry plays really started breaking out, like, the playing the tambourine. Mm-hmm. And I remember me and my cousins used to be saying it and joking, like, if we dead ass didn't even know what it meant. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we really didn't know what it meant. And then when I found out what it was mean, and, like, it's some sugar in their tank type of thing. Mm-hmm. A lot of the stuff I feel like was really geared towards men. Mm-hmm. But, you know, then there are, like, the worst things that they say about women that mainly are geared towards, like, masculine presenting women and stuff like that. And just really harmful, because one thing that I always try and get people to understand is, like, it's just a part of your identity, but it's not, like, who I am. Like, who I am is not gay. Yeah. It's just a small part. And when I say, like, it's small, it's so very small. Because, like, to me, I'm not, like, in a gay relationship. I'm in a relationship with Cherry. Like, she's a person to me. And people try and make gay, like, a thing when we're just living our lives. Just like you. You know what I mean? It's the same things we're experiencing in our relationships, just like people that are straight. And so all these other parts of me, of who I am, sometimes they get overlooked or pushed to the side because people want to focus on this small part of who I am. Like, you know, it's people who will literally deny, like, service to gay people. Like, people who said they couldn't get their wedding cake, like, placed at, like, get an order placed in different areas because they would say they're not serving gay people, like, they ain't making a gay wedding cake.
My thing is, how is that even affecting you? You just don't want money from everybody? You think money should only come from straight people?
All money ain't good money, girl. The fuck?
But
It's
like it's
sad.
literally not impacting your life at all. You don't know these people.
It's just so weird to me how people they'll do anything to have some type of like power over another group of people or feel like they're better than somebody in some way. So like it's like just a way that people can oppress others on an individual level to get some type of like ego boost or something. Like it's really weird.